Star Trek. It's doing the Star Trek. Ah, yes, here we are. And John Price has been promised, but apparently he hasn't used his computer in a long time. He's sending me the message. Old link? Oh no. Let me fix that for him. Here it is. That's what I got, man. I'm on right now. Look at this professionalism. Anyway, Star Trek. It's starting tomorrow, July 17th. It starts actually tonight. Oh, here he is. That was awkward. I should have just waited for you. John Price.
Unmute.
We're on.
We're on?
Yes. I'm happy to see you.
I didn't know we were on.
I was
gonna come in guns blazing and be like, yo, let's talk crap about all our friends. But since we're on the air, I'm not gonna do that.
Afterwards, you should just spend 10 seconds and watch the beginning because it's ass. It might be the most unprofessional one I've ever done.
I love it. It's
anyway,
great.
So that does not bode well for this, but we'll take it out of the dive. Man, Star Trek, lots to talk about.
Star Trek.
So my big thing that I'm excited about is at 12 o'clock midnight our time tonight, 3 o'clock your time.
Yeah.
We can watch 2 episodes of Star Trek finally. The first Star Trek in, what has it been, a year and a half or something?
Is that true?
Yeah. Tonight, Hegemony, it's supposed to start tomorrow, but it's 12 a.m. And the cool thing that Paramount's doing is that it's 12 a.m. Pacific, but no matter where you are on the planet, it starts then. So nobody can bellyache unless, you're like, oh, I can't watch this. I'm at work. It's like, okay.
Everyone's going to bellyache.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to
bellyache. Well, that's cool, man.
Because it's the first one is Hegemony Part 2, which I've probably seen 4 or 5 times in the last 18 months. Because I keep reminding myself where they ended up, and it just doesn't stick in my head. I don't care. It's not the.
Is that the one?
It's the little
where
baby
it ends
Gorn
with.
alien.
It ends with Pike being like, "I don't know what to do, guys."
No.
No.
I don't know. Maybe it's the one where what's her name is presumed dead, Captain Sidepiece.
Oh yeah.
And the little alien babies have taken over. And it's just, I don't care.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't remember any of that.
Scotty is presently working on some kind of like cloaking device type thing to mask them to the Gorn ships, which I assume is going to get them out. Yeah.
What's Scotty doing there?
Scotty's in it. Are you joking or? Oh my God.
I really don't remember.
You've had a lot of life, so I don't know if you're kidding or not.
It really, I don't remember any of this. When was this? Like 2 years ago?
Yeah, a year and a half ago.
Yeah, no. Do you know the amount of things that have happened in the last year and a half?
Well, first of all, you had twins, right? I mean,
yeah.
How are you supposed to remember this bullshit, right? I totally get it.
There was the whole pregnancy thing, which was a whole debacle, right? And then there was the whole actual having kids part, which has just been, a giant one long day.
Well, congratulations, first of all.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He turned 1 this week. That was pretty cool, And
my wife was like, I hope the science officer didn't get mad because I was like, oh my God, it's been that long. They turned 11 because you had those 2, they each had their own.
Yeah.
And Mimi was like pre-mad for the science officer.
Why? Why?
She just feels that her jackass husband that makes fun of everything should leave people's babies alone.
That's
and I'm
fair.
like, I
point.
didn't make fun of the babies.
No, you're making fun of me for staging the babies.
Right. I wasn't really making fun of you. I'm just like being your friend, right? It's like, oh, hey, congrats. I didn't
Oh,
know they
yeah.
were 11. Like, what's to get mad at there? But she was
I
just like,
that was the least of the
she
things to
was.
get mad about. So we're
It
good.
was cute though. She was erring on the side of caution.
Oh, good.
She knows how much joy that me personally and the rest of Star Trek fans get hearing your unique take on Star Trek,
Oh
and
boy.
that she understands that maybe the science officer wants you to be more of a dad and less of a Commodore. And so
Yeah.
she's like, don't
For all of,
don't
for
get my
all of the joy you out there get from my Star Trek opinions, that doesn't happen at home. That's not a part of our relationship.
That's kind of a thing though, right? There's a there's a aphorism about that Jesus wasn't the savior in his own hometown because like
Yeah.
the guy
It's
across the
just
way remembers that time and he lent him $10 for lunch money in eighth
yeah.
grade. Fuck you, Jesus, you never paid me back.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing,
Fucking
like
Jesus.
nobody your close family and friends don't see what your audience sees. You know what I mean?
That's true. I have I'm not appreciated in my own home. That's true.
Anyway, you will be when those girls grow up and you're standing on the porch with your shotgun saying, "Yeah, yeah, you got to get by me first, boys."
Oh yeah, you want to take her on a date, do you? This is a TR-187 phaser rifle. I don't know if you know anything about phaser rifles, but that's a pretty big one. You know?
I can't wait until the guy who does like starts talking to you and has opinions about like the Shenzhou and stuff like that, and you'll be like, "All right, come here, sit down. You get to date whichever one you want. I don't care. Not both though. We have
No,
standards."
no. I do have to be careful when like family members, like her relatives, ask me about, "Hey man, did you like Discovery? You know, what did you think? You know?" And I'm like, "Well,
Right, right. I got you.
it certainly exists.
Yeah, see, you learned that way before I did. That there's a civilian answer and there's a nerd answer, right?
Yeah.
And
Well, if you'd like to read my 10,000 words about it, it's on medium.com. And
I would like to pre-approve. We tried to do that this year, but like one of the books next year is definitely going to be your collection of your media thing.
well, I apologize. I wasn't able to do anything for that initiative.
There's
So,
there's nothing to do, man.
well, I could
Like
do like a retrospective, you know.
I
I don't
think
know.
that book with you lead off with your how I learned to love the arrowhead as like a contextual thing that like this
Yeah.
is the level that John is speaking from and that PhD is not a joke. And then you just drop into the thing and it's called Price versus Discovery or whatever, right? It's going to be
True.
something like that. So it's going to put everybody on notice like hey, if you like Discovery, don't buy this. But
Yeah.
the audience is bigger for people who didn't.
That's true. That's a good point.
So like you're writing I'm like the biggest fan of your Medium articles, man. They are great. Your captions are great. It's a big pain in the ass to lay out, but it gives me so many laughs that I kind of like I don't have that. Hey, fuck these freelancers. I'm like,
The
all right.
captions are the best part. I mean,
Well, they don't work by themselves though. Like
no.
they're the best part because you posit some serious thing, and then you get a picture and it's like, haha, fuck that shit, and it's a great roller coaster, right? You get highs and
Oh man.
lows, and it kind of is thematic for Discovery. I mean, I don't think this, but I know some people believe that there were good parts and bad parts, so it kind of matches the normal person's idea.
Yeah, some people like parts of it and dislike other parts of it, and I just don't like any of it. So,
So anyway, fuck that show.
anyway,
It got out, and so that's the interesting news right this second is that Akiva Goldsman. Have you kept up with this thing? He
oh
started
Jesus.
speak. No, it's cool. He started speaking the truth. It's oh Jesus because nobody wants to hear it, but at least he's answering questions, which is
Mhm.
really funny.
I will give Akiva Goldschlager credit. He answers he answers questions when he's interviewed because he likes to talk like he knows what he's talking about.
Well, the cool bit is I mean that he's answering questions directly.
Yeah.
Like the old ways, he of course he answers questions. That's his job, right?
Well, like, he
But
was the guy who originally was like, "Oh no, we'll never see Spock,"
right,
all that
right,
stuff.
right.
I have that bookmarked.
I get it though that sometimes plans change, right? And it's so clearly obvious that around the time they're like, "Oh fuck, we need Spock," because everybody
Yeah,
expects that. They, I guarantee you, that's when it was like, okay, and then the last episode of this other thing, because we're
yeah.
obviously gonna spin Pike off. The last episode has to be Kirk in the chair, right?
I
And
mean,
no, I know that's when they had that thought because they
yeah.
started working on it almost instantly, right? Doesn't he show up in the at the end of like season one? You're like, what's
Yeah, they
fucking
introduced him
Kirk
right
doing
away.
there? Yeah.
Yeah,
So anyway,
on the Farragut of all things.
yeah,
Don't I don't want
yeah,
to go down
right.
timelines. All right.
I know that you don't like it as much as some people. I am just fine with this B minus Star Trek. Like we're never gonna get
B
season two.
minus Star Trek.
I don't. It's fine. Like I
I
enjoy it
just
because it's not fucking so shitty, and they stop trying to gaslight everybody. They kind of. So that's the thing about Akiva. He's like, look, we're talking about the end of it already because of the stuff. There's 26 episodes for you guys to watch or something like that. Like there's more coming that we have done than have been aired because of all the strikes and coronavirus and shit like that. And he's just being like, you
yeah,
know, it's kind of weird. Like it kind of killed my enthusiasm. I'm like, well, there's no immediate urge to watch any of this then because it's
right.
all happened and it's gonna leak and who cares? But
Well, as long as they don't do the stupid delta radiation thing, like that, as long as they don't do that and completely fuck the timeline,
yeah,
I can live with it.
if they have any sense at all, they just go, "Oh no, he knew it was coming. He was able to change fate." And he goes riding off into the sunset and
Yeah,
gives Kirk the keys. And then that way everybody gets to go, "Okay, this is a pocket universe.
right.
Skydance is going to do something else. At least they contained it into this one fucking Discovery universe area of damage. And nobody's going to care about Starfleet Academy." And then we can just
No,
all pretend like none of this ever happened
no.
because nobody's buying it. And so that's why I brought this up actually. I did some research real quick to see what people are talking about right before the drop tonight of the two
Yeah,
episodes. And there's lots of pictures of Captain Pike and his hair, and it's that's 4 inches from the top, and it's really kind of funny because there's really nothing to talk about yet.
yeah,
But two of these places I saw, and it was the first two things I clicked on, had pictures of Pike from his first appearance in Discovery.
mm,
So it's lame. He doesn't look like that. The uniforms are
right.
weird, and his hair is half the length. You kind of don't even get it's Anson Mount, right? And you're like, stop doing that
Yeah,
because that was ass. I don't know. Anyway,
yeah. The hair is an interesting phenomenon, right? The Pike hair. It just keeps. It's like a whole character in itself.
I kind of
You
don't
know?
get why they're doing that other
I don't
than
either. It doesn't make any sense.
it's kind of I get it that give him some visual distinction, right? But that's what you want to do for me
Right.
or like say Clark Gregg. Like, have you watched Murderbot at all?
No.
There's a bit where the robot watches a Star Trek thing and kind of
Oh,
like
yes.
he makes his decisions based on stuff in the best show ever made. And so the bridge crew is I forget the guy's name, but he's from 30 Rock, the high pitched gay guy with blonde hair.
Alec Baldwin.
Right. No, the other guy. You know who I mean.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, the other
the
guy.
page. So
Yeah.
him, Clark Gregg, and John Cho are all in like crazy ass stuff, but like to give them visual interest and sell that it's a science fiction show in a science fiction world, like they have the most outrageous costumes and makeup. And
Right.
Clark Gregg, if you can picture Agent Coulson, has like bozo hair that goes out like this, weird ass mutton chops, and this crazy beard with curls, right? And and that when I saw it, I was like, they're making fun of Anson Mount there
Yeah.
because like why are they doing that? And the only answer is, oh, to give him some visual interest. But what they forget is that's US grade A beef Anson Mount. like the ladies are all ahead of you, right? The visual interest is already there. You put them in a skin tight costume with little shoulder things, and you don't need to puff up the guy's hair. That's like a whole bunch of this from the producers, if you ask me, right? They don't want to let a dude be a dude in space. You have to have
Or there's a more
crazy
cynical answer, of course, that I won't say. But anyway.
Oh, come on. What's more cynical than I just called the Star Trek producers little dick weasels?
It's
Come on.
it's
That's what that means, right?
the wrong demographic is making creative decisions.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah. Bean counters.
Yes, them. That's what I meant.
Anyway. Beans
Bean counters with rainbows. Yes.
That I don't get how. I mean, I get that ding against it, right? But I don't understand how you're pointing at the rainbow people for that hair. That hair is just atonal dipshittery for Star Trek, like literally every choice these guys make.
Well, that's before anyone comes after me. Jesus Christ. That's part of a larger cultural joke that, you know.
About just the woke thing. I gotcha.
No. Part of the larger cultural joke that, you know, women need to stop taking fashion advice from gay men because straight men don't find that stuff attractive, right? That's kind of the thing I'm making a joke of.
I gotcha.
All right, we should delete this part.
I think you should be unafraid to point at a spade and call it a spade, and not think that's, you know, a racial epithet from the 50s. It's not. It's another word for shovel. So you can make these comments without hate in your heart for.
Well, in honor of serious Star Trek fan Joel Summers, I'm just gonna say, you know, I blame the gay people. That's.
Yeah, I miss Joel, man. I miss Joel when he disappeared.
Yes. Yeah.
But what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Yeah. On that depressing note,
I'm sorry.
About Roger Corby.
I bought a book about New Jersey Cavaliers. All right, everyone happy
cool.
now?
History. So
Jesus.
Roger Corby's in the second episode.
Why? Fuck off.
So just so he can beam in and Chapel could go, oh, hey, Spock, here's my boyfriend.
So they're gonna take Nurse Chapel away, one of the only good characters.
I think there's gonna be, I don't know.
Or they're not, and they're gonna fuck up Star Trek. I hate these people, man. I hate these people so much. Like, why can't you just call her Nurse Smith and just have Jenna Bush play a brand new person?
Well, you know the answer to that, right? Because
I know, but I don't
have
like
no
it.
fucking idea what Star Trek means to people.
I know the answer. That doesn't mean I have to accept it.
Here's the thing that I just don't get about the secret hideout era of Star Trek, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Like, it's like a whole bunch of it's like Ted Lasso from the Evil Mirror universe, right? A guy who kind of knows what's going on puts himself in a similar situation that to the outside observer that doesn't understand seems like it might work out okay. And because Ted Lasso is so great, you're like rooting for him the whole time. You're like, wow, yeah, it all worked out, and everybody learned lessons to behave, and cookies and pink boxes and all that shit, right? But Star Trek went the exact opposite way. Like, here's a bunch of people who kind of get what this is doing, and on paper it looks like they'll be able to do it, and they whiff it so hard that for some reason they can't admit to themselves that they're whiffing so hard.
That's the crazy part. And well, they don't admit it in public, and then they change from season 1 to season 2, season 2 to season 3.
3 years, right?
Well, yeah, of course.
I mean, that's the part. Like, they didn't really admit it. They just changed horses, and it was like, okay, this horse has got a broken left foot, and we really shouldn't take this into the river. Instead of getting a boat, you know, they get another horse that's like shorter. And
I love that analogy.
To breathe, and it's like you're fucking it up in a different way, doing the same thing.
I love that analogy. Hey guys, your horse has a broken left foot. Like, no, it doesn't have a broken left foot. See, This new horse doesn't have a broken left foot, but it's drowning. It doesn't have any feet.
That's great. I like that you like that because my favorite part was instead of getting a boat,
Yeah.
because the idea is to cross
Right,
the
just get a
river. You want to cross the river. You don't have to fucking. They showed you how to cross the river in the old days. It's kind of like a western with ray
or
guns.
even
So I get
even
the
if you want
horse
to go
thing.
TNG, even if you want to be
Yeah.
like, look, TNG is our Star Trek canon, right? It is the Bible of Star Trek, right? Even if you want to do that, even if you want to say, I hate TOS, whatever, fuck those guys, right? TNG still is giving you like, it's not rocket science, man. Like,
I'm just glad. I'm glad that it's coming to an end, even
thank
if
God.
it's a year or two from now, because I just Discovery, it didn't break me, but it made me realize that my religion is just fucking not a religion.
I think it broke me. I really
Yeah.
do. Looking back on
I
it,
still wear the
I think
shirts, man.
Discovery broke me. Well, that's the funny thing. I still, don't tell anyone, but I still buy Star Trek stuff all the time. It's just I watched Wrath of Khan last night. Why? Because the
Because
science
it's
officer went to bed a little
great.
early, so I'm like, yeah, let me put Wrath of Khan on.
Oh, dude. When I
Why
had
not?
when I had an infant, I blazed through all the Agents of Shield
Oh
because
yeah.
Mimi didn't care. So that's the same thing. Like that, man. You had the best night. Like the science officer goes to bed, the babies are in their stasis fields. Watch some con. Why not? Oh my
When they
god,
were
I'm so jealous.
when they were like, 1 month, 3 months, that area, dude, we watched so much. We watched every single Star Trek episode up to, I don't think we watched Voyager or DS9. We definitely blazed through we might have watched Voyager.
Huh?
We definitely blazed through TOS, TNG, a few movies. I mean,
That's
those
awesome.
girls, yeah, that
They're up to
shit's
date.
imprinted. That shit is imprinted in their head, you know?
That's awesome.
Yeah. So one day they'll be on Mars.
Watching their programs with the murder bot.
Yep. They'll be like, man, thank you, Father, for indoctrinating us.
Walker kind of got that feeling going to Superman. He because the nature of the movie, you would love it. It's what they should have done with Star Trek. Superman's been Superman for about 5 years. He's got a bunch of friends. There's no Justice League yet. They're called the Justice Gang, and they're like a corporate thing.
Nice.
And so they just drop you down in it. There's a title card that
Yeah.
says 3 centuries ago, Aquaman and Wonder Woman were kicking around. 300 years ago, this thing happened. 3 hours ago, this happened, and 3 minutes ago, Superman fucking went flying around. And Mimi turned to me, and the whole thing takes less than 30 seconds. And she turned to me and she goes, "Oh, they're going to drop us right into it. I love this movie already." And so Walker said that. He's like, I know who Mr. Terrific is because of the TV show. So, like, and all the stuff that you even kind of want explained, you don't have to. Just fucking catch up.
Yeah.
This has been a thing since
Yeah.
1938. And I just wish Star
You
Trek
don't need
would do
you don't
that.
need a fucking origin story every 2 years.
Right, right. So yeah, it was great. It was satisfying, and I wish Star Trek would do that. Just
I
drop
kind of
us in
want
it.
to.
It's the
I want to watch.
Federation.
I
There's
have
some
not
guys with pointy
wanted
ears.
to watch a superhero movie since Infinity War.
Okay.
Um, I kind of want to watch this one just based on all the reactions. The reactions are so funny to me because
Okay.
some people think it's a great movie that's taking down fascism in Israel, and other people think it's like the worst movie ever. James Gunn should be hanged. Like I
Yeah.
kind of want to see what's going on.
As a comics guy, I would love to hear what you think because all the
Yeah,
stuff that everybody thinks is a shot at Israel is stuff from the comics, like in the 40s, right?
right,
It's just, international war conflict has been going on for a while,
right.
everybody.
I've
So
seen a. I
the
saw a great
analogy
tweet.
is just war. It's not specific ones, right? These
I saw a
two,
great tweet about it, and it was like, if Super, what I don't want to butcher it. Hold on, give me a second. It's um, if you think Superman is fighting your heroes, it's not that your hero is a villain, it's that your hero is a supervillain or something like that. The punchline was we now have supervillains, and that's why you're pissed off at a Superman movie.
Oh, right, because
I
there are
completely butchered the
supervillains in the
joke,
world.
but
No, but that's a great observation. That's what
yeah,
it is, right?
yeah.
Yeah, everybody thinks Lex Luthor is a shot at Elon Musk, but
Nope.
it's
We
because
just now
Elon
have
Musk
Elon
is
Musk. Like,
right. It's actually an insult to Lex Luthor because Elon's kind of like he's not a Lex Luthor level villain.
no,
I'm sorry.
he's too much of a piece of shit.
I don't know. He just
He's an
he's more of
interesting
a
character.
James Bond villain, is what I'm saying.
He is.
Right?
He definitely is a James Bond villain.
He's not a Superman villain. He's a James
Elon
Bond
Musk
villain.
is an interesting guy because if he had just stayed being the rocket guy, building cool stuff, building Teslas and rocket ships. I mean,
Flamethrowers.
when they landed that fucking spaceship, it was literally like, oh, this is literally sci-fi. I'm watching TV,
on
right?
a barge,
On a
going like
fucking
this.
barge, and that is not a small rocket. That
Right.
rocket is bigger than the Saturn V,
right?
And it's landing
I'm
like
with
a
you.
fucking spaceship, right? If he had stayed that guy, everyone would have loved him.
Yeah,
But he got into politics.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug. That's all it is, man.
Yeah. Ketamine is a hell of a drug.
He's on some shit,
Yeah.
And
it's funny. I almost felt bad for him when he got kicked out of the Trump administration because he made the classic mistake that everybody makes when they're 18 and they move to Washington, D.C. And you believe the politicians when they say they're going to feed the babies. And he believed the politicians. And then he got there and the politicians don't do what they say they're going to do.
Right.
And he was like, why aren't you doing what you said you were going to do? And they're like, oh, by the way, we just cut your contracts. Fuck you, Elon. So I almost felt bad for him. And then I remember he fucked up my life. So goodbye. Go fuck yourself,
it's
Elon
hard
Musk.
to feel bad for him.
Piece of shit. Anyway, keep making those cars and rockets and everyone will be happy.
It seems like an easy fix, right? It's like, just be Tony Stark.
Yeah.
We're an Iron Man 2. Just keep doing that, and that's how you can serve the planet, right?
Yeah, Chris Sag, Superman isn't woke. We just have real supervillains now. Yeah, that was the joke. That was the joke. Thank you for saving me.
I love this. Would have been here quicker. Was stuck in an elevator.
Yeah, I want to hear that story.
Yeah, come on, Chris. Chris is great. He and you too, man. Thanks for throwing in for a Jack Fry. Walker was pretty stoked to see that.
Oh yeah, of course, dude. I want that fucking Walker Young signature before he gets famous. Sell that shit in 20 years,
I guarantee. I told him this is the trade paperback that's going to get John Price to recognize comics as an art form. Because
I'm not against comics. I just don't. I got a lot of shit going on, I don't know,
You're just gonna like the teenage version of,
what's a detective story, right?
Yeah, if Humphrey Bogart was in the X-Files.
I love Humphrey Bogart. I love the X-Files. So there we go. It's just
the detective noir guy who just solves weird paranormal shit and doesn't care.
Yeah, done.
All right.
I'm in.
Fuck that. So
making a movie and I'll watch it.
Dude, all we're doing is like, did you hear? Anyway, I know you don't have time for TV, but there's a great 70s based show starring Josh Holloway from Lost called Duster on HBO. And
I did hear about this. Someone was telling me about Duster. Who the fuck was telling me about Duster? Anyway, keep going.
It's fucking incredible. It's great. It's everything you want out of like 70s sort of grindhouse thing. And of course, they canceled it. So all I was doing was going, Josh Holloway, man, you shave that, give that guy a 1940s haircut and an overcoat, and that's your Jack Fry. He could pull that off. And so all we're doing when the book comes in and you open the box and nobody's really seen it yet, like, this thing exists and it's really cool. So I've been able to share that with him and Steve, because we all have books for the show. And so that's what we've been doing. Walker and I have been dealing with our excitement by going, okay, who we casted as Jack Fry in the movie? Like
Nice.
who's available? Oh, Josh Holloway his show just got canceled. He's working again. Let's get him in. All right, here's Chris's his
Oh
story.
boy.
Thanks for writing this down, man. Picking up e-waste, getting an elevator.
What is e-waste?
You know, like dead iPads and printers and shit.
Okay.
He's the IT guy for all of California judicial systems.
Right.
So I imagine
Billing.
they're like, "Hey man, get off the babysitter and do something with my iPad." I'm sure that is.
Elevator car jolted and stopped. Press
You
the emergency button. They told me that someone was on the way.
and
here he is.
yeah, they're like, "You don't understand. My two idiot friends are talking nonsense. I got to get to my desk right away."
I'm on a timeline here.
Oh man, 10 or 15 minutes later, they opened the door. It had gone up a couple feet. They let me out.
Shit. Did you have to like crawl out of the elevator like in a Mission
Yeah.
Impossible movie?
I wouldn't have been too pleased with that. I'm not big on. I can take elevators for a little while. I got sort of mild claustrophobia, but getting stuck in there, 10 or 15 minutes, I could probably do. But you start getting into half hour, 45 minutes, I would start to really have to do some breathing exercises or something. I would start trying to climb out the top like I was in Die Hard, and Mimi would stop me.
Love it.
Oh, just hold my hand. Just hold my hand. I'm going up. They had to lift the cart out, and I just hopped out.
Jesus.
All right. That's good.
Jesus.
Not for me, but you.
Well, that was a good 3-act story right there.
You get the heroes.
the hero's journey
for today.
Sag's elevator.
And lo, the hero Chris, standing with his bucket of e-waste and cast-off old technologies. He prayed to Quran. What is
there was a when I was in DC, there was a many moons ago. I would always what I thought I was trying to be suave and flirting with this older woman in the elevator every day. And I liked to, and she was nice back. She was always nice. And then I found out it was
suave.
Then I found out it was the mother of one of the girls worked in our office, also worked in the same building. And I always like to think that would have been a fun story. That would have been a fun story.
It's a fun story.
Yeah.
Mom never told you, "Hey, look, I'm the mom."
No. She was always like super nice. Like she would always, in my opinion, she would flirt back. I don't know if this was all in my head. I don't know. But in my reality, this is what was happening.
It wasn't a barista or something.
No.
At least it was somebody that had business there.
No, it was a milfy office woman.
Oh man. So yeah, Roger Corby, that's the good one. They Star Trek, man. They totally messed up any tension about whether Captain Letterkenny like survived or not, because she's got Gorn babies in her. And then of course they yeah.
God, I hate this shit, dude.
They I
need a tranquilizer before I watch this.
If you look at one of these new Gorns, or just like what Chris says, just spell it in your head, G''OHRN, and you don't think that they're the Gorn from the TOS.
No, they're the aliens. They're from the movie Aliens. Yeah.
Anyway, if you just look at a baby, they breed inside you, and you get purple shit crawling up your arm.
Jesus fucking Christ! And they're still gonna have that Khan Noonien Singh lady.
Yeah, that's just stupidity.
I mean, at this, like, the shock of that name has already gone away, and now it's just a stupid character with a stupid name, with a stupid backstory,
a stupid haircut. Like
I'm not a fan.
Really severe, like shellacking your braids down.
I'm not a fan.
Not a fan. That actress is great. I kind of like the actress. They're just asking her to do idiotic stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
hopefully the helmsman is back. She was fun.
She's great. They got to give her a character though. You can't just have people walking by going, "Oh, war hero," every 5 seconds to contextualize for the new people. It's like No, man. She's the one that's happy to be there. Like
Right.
just fucking they kind of nod to it, but it's usually scenes, little character scenes in the hallway.
Yeah.
They need to do that on the bridge. You
Yeah.
know? Like fuck yeah, let's fucking go.
And don't say this is fucking cool as shit
Don't
or
call
whatever they
her
said in
Erica.
Discovery.
And they call, oh, come on, Erica, just do that. Like, no, stop that. Anyway.
No.
Anyway, we got to put this in too. First instinct was to
instinct.
fly through the roof. Then I realized I'm not Kryptonian or Brandon Routh. Pretty good comedy.
Fair points. Fair
Pretty
points.
good comedy construction there, Chris.
Fair points.
Yeah. Anyway, so Walker's only question when I said I got to finish up this cup of coffee and go talk cool Star Trek stuff with Dr. Price, he goes, "Are you guys doing tomorrow?" Because I don't think you can watch both episodes before noon, can you?
Tomorrow? No, I can't watch them tonight. No.
Yeah, all right. Well, because he was like, "Why are you doing it today? You got to do it tomorrow." I'm like, "John can't do it tomorrow."
I didn't even know this was happening. I'm sorry, Walker. I apologize. All right.
He'll be like, "Oh, that tease, that bastard."
No, I can't do it.
Maybe next week we'll or even whenever you can, man. We'll queue it up because people need to know what you think about Star Trek.
Yeah, I can't.
Maybe I'll just do it and like screen grab your outrage on Facebook.
There you go. Yeah.
It's just like, Dr. John Price, John E. Price, PhD, and then like instead of you there, it's just like your graphic.
Yeah. Just screen grab all that, and
I wonder if I have something I could kind of fake that right now. Like, I mean, I could totally do this, right? That would be funny, right? And it would just be me and like your outrage.
Nice.
I think I will do that. Yeah. I'll ask you first.
Whatever.
Of course. Like,
whatever.
Oh no, don't put that thing where I said something vile about fucking whoever.
Yeah, don't put the anti-gay shit, No.
See, it didn't really. I didn't hear it that way.
I'm just kidding, internet.
Just bringing it up. Bringing it up is asking for trouble.
Gus is freaking out behind me. I have to go let him out real quick. I'm sorry.
All right, I will talk about the merchandising thing, and you can come back and I'll summarize it for you real fast.
Sorry, I'll be right back.
Yeah. You know what I should do is just turn mine off and go to the bathroom and have Chris just go, "What is happening?" But anyway, John said, I still buy Star Trek stuff, but the interesting thing is there's nobody buys Discovery stuff. Like I have like 17, 18 uniforms. I kind of lost counting all the badges and turtlenecks and shit that goes with everything. And I don't have any Discovery stuff because it's horrible. It doesn't read like Star Trek whatsoever. And I don't have an Orville costume, but that reads like Star Trek. It looks like some Star Trek uniform for some lab guy in the background that you just don't know what that insignia is. And Discovery looks like it's from a different show whatsoever. So I will say I have the phaser because I thought it was cool that they had the 3 nozzles in front like the cage. And that's it. There's no dolls, there's no board games, there's no action figures, there's no Saru mask. I don't even think there is one for me to buy. I would because I love Doug Jones. But there's nothing to purchase and enjoy. And when you don't really enjoy the show, I mean, I can't even say I like the concept because they boned it from the beginning. The 2 episodes that were like a pilot for a different show, and then the 3rd episode is the pilot for the show that they wanted to make, but they did this other thing for some reason. I think I'm on record about Discovery being ass. And one of the selling points is that they didn't get to finish it up. And the selling points for Strange New Worlds, because now they're saying they were going to get canceled on the 4th season, and Paramount said, "What do you need to finish this up?" Because at least it needs history. It considers these historical documents, like in Galaxy Quest. So it's going to be a pop culture history point that they boned Discovery, and they know it. So they're like, at least we can tie this up. and have some resolutions for the characters, put them in different positions. That Kirk, Spock, Scotty, and Uhura are probably going to be on the Enterprise. Maybe like M'Benga has a reason to be somewhere else. Maybe he and Christine Chapel go off somewhere and she returns and he doesn't. There's lots of stuff they can do. And Carol Kane will go somewhere. That's satisfying. You follow the characters, you figure out where have they gone. And where they're going on the 5-year mission, right? So I don't know. The ding against Discovery is it just ended because they got the word too late to do anything to tie it up. And I would argue it doesn't matter. No one's paying attention to that. And if you really care, one of the first short trek that Shaban wrote about the ship's been abandoned 1,000 years in the future. And okay, that's the end. Everybody's gone off to do their thing. And that's what happened to Discovery. I don't know. Why not? I just think the 1,000 years in the future thing, it's not being well served. It doesn't look like 1,000 years in the future. It looks like John Price returning to the camera.
What's up, everybody? How are you?
I just equated you with Starfleet Academy.
Oh, good.
But only because you were walking towards the camera.
That's my dream alumni base. So
I basically went off on like the 1,000 years in the future thing does not serve Star Trek.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
I hate it. I wouldn't hate it if they played it like this is Star Trek, 33rd century, and just go crazy. Somebody on the ship is a sentient banana. I mean, right. It's 1,000 years in the future. You can literally do whatever you want. You don't even need a physical ship, right? All of the crew of the Enterprise, ampersand, is flying around doing shit, and it's just science fiction. Just do that. Like putting 1,000 years in the future takes it away from any kind of believability whatsoever.
But the way they're doing it is it's like 100 years in the future, not 1,000 years. They're like, oh yeah, this is the Enterprise Q, and it's like, okay,
give me that one.
Are you really still naming your ships Enterprise in 1,000 years?
Dude, give me Enterprise Q. The ship is a Q.
That would be amazing.
And just bamfs people around doing shit.
That's
call it Enterprise Q.
That wasn't even intentional, and I'm already a better writer than these fucking idiots.
That's that's what I need. Like almost random stuff that you can associate works better because you understand the property, right?
Yeah, wow.
They can fucking blue sky all day long, but if you never watched the first season or the second season of Star Trek, you don't fucking get the show. You just don't. No. Sorry, goodbye.
I hate that they
got all A's in film school. No, it doesn't matter.
Say what?
I was just saying, like, they think they understand it because they got all A's in film school, right?
Oh yeah.
No, you understand which glue to use to bond this particular kind of plastic. You don't know what people are going to use that for or what it means to the people who are doing their plastic glue bonding.
Well, and it's interesting because like you don't bemoan people having jobs, right? Be like, hey, I'm going to be a writer for this show. Isn't that awesome? Whatever. But you can't just like not do it well. I don't know. That doesn't make sense. But
I don't think it's the writers though. I think it's Alex Kurtzman and Akiva Goldsman that like people are putting out their best effort and they're like, oh, well, I have to earn my money. So let's shellac off all the cool edges that make this actual Star Trek.
Right. Like Akiva comes in and is like, okay, this season we have to have Dr. Kirby and we have to have this and we have to have Scotty and all this bullshit. Is Scotty really in the show? Did I completely forget this?
Yeah, they gave him Tig Notaro's origin though. He's based on another ship. He's on the schoolyard planet where the Gorn first show up.
Yeah.
And there's like 2 or 3 ships there doing something. And he beams down. His ship gets destroyed and he beams down there for safety and is hiding out in some blown out barn or something with stone knives and bear skins, making this cloaking device thing. That's why the Gorn can't find him.
Seriously?
Yeah, and
I
so
forgot literally all of this.
Pike and I, like I said, I keep watching this one because it doesn't stick in my head either. But I just watched it about a month ago, so I still remember. But yeah, so then they meet him, and he's like, "Oh, I'm Montgomery Scott from the SS fucking Sarasota or whatever." And they're like, "Okay, well, come with us because you're currently a live human being." And
But
that's
that was the Star Trek 2009 Scotty. He was lost, and they're like, "Oh, well, just come with us."
oh no, he wasn't lost. He was set on that ice planet because
Right.
he beamed out Admiral Archer's dog, and it hasn't returned yet. And
Right.
that's fucking day one when Walker takes over Star Trek. I'm like, whatever you do, man, you make sure that fucking beagle beams in from somewhere in the background.
Yes.
And
That would be amazing.
and then everyone will love whatever you do
I'm gonna
because
kill this
you
dog. I hate this dog.
just beam
I
him
mean,
out. I
I
mentioned
hate
him
this dog.
yesterday. Me and Randall did. Randall finally watched Rollerball, and Steve sat in, and they mentioned we're gonna do Right Stuff next, and Randall goes, "All I know about it is Fred Ward's in it," and I was like, "Oh, Gus Grissom, you mean the guy that John named his dog after?" He's like, "You named his dog Fred?" He's like, "No, you twat.
Yes, Fred.
He named him Gus."
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Gus, named after Fred Ward, as we all know. Yeah. All right, I gotta go deal with this dog. I'm sorry, I don't know what his deal
Do you
is.
want to just call it? I mean, 45 minutes is very good, and it's just Chris.
I don't know what his deal is, man, because like he doesn't go outside, right? You bring him out. So we have like a screened in porch, a little screened in porch, and
Aw.
then the door to the outside, right?
Uh-huh.
So like you can't keep both doors open because then bugs get in and shit,
Right.
right?
It's an
So
airlock.
you have to open one door and then you close the door and then you go to the other door, you open the door, right?
Yeah.
That's the way we're supposed to do it. Those are my explicit orders that are not always followed. But
Well, you try.
so this fucking dog, he just stands inside the house and he needs both doors open. And I'm like, no, fuck you. You can't do that. You're not in charge here, dog. All right.
Does he stand in the threshold of one and won't move forward until you open the next one?
Yes. Yeah.
Dude,
And I'm like, dude, get your fucking. And he's like
you'll
120 pounds. So I have to like grab him and like push him. I got to use all those
oh my
muscles
god.
and push him out. And because like then he gets all panicky. So he starts like pushing backwards. Right. And so now I got to work against the force of this dog. It's a whole thing.
All right, on your way out, Sag says the novelization had the dog returning at the end. Not canon.
Well, I mean, that's fine for that universe, you know.
I just want Walker to. Best thing about Scotty is they gave him Academy points. Nobody
That's
else
good.
nobody else in the show has them. I don't understand why Captain Pike doesn't have them. Spock has
He,
them,
of all
but
people, should have them.
they're little curly Q Vulcan
Yeah.
things. So
Of all people, Anson Mount should have them.
right?
Because they would look fucking fit. The guy's an attractive man. Let's not kid ourselves. All right. And like this is the whole point, right? He's the beefcake. He's the beefcake captain who's also sensitive and making omelets and shit, you know.
Who
I mean,
doesn't?
I love fucking Pike. I love him. I love Anson Mount. I love the whole setup they got, right? I really don't like the ship, but that's a whole other issue, right? So why can't like get her out of there? Fucking Jesus Christ. Like, what do you do? Like, literally, just take these characters, give them different names, and you're fine.
All I want, I don't even fucking care about any of that. Just give me adventures, right?
Well, yeah, go on adventures.
Make up some new shit. I don't
In
need
the first season, they went on adventures. I don't even remember what happened last season.
I don't need to see everybody tell me Trelane is a Q. Like fucking everyone knows that. Like so he's dressed like in the brocade and stuff, and he's going like this, the Q snap. You've ruined it before the episode even comes out. So like just
did that already happen?
They put the picture out of him doing that.
Oh, so that's one of the upcoming
it's
episodes.
one of the upcoming episodes.
Okay. I don't remember any of this shit. Like,
You've
I
been living
remember
your life, but
Discovery season 1 better than I remember Strange New
here's
Worlds.
the thing: we're here for you, man.
All right, I appreciate it.
Well, you know what it is? It's because you were predisposed to. This is my feeling of talking with you. It seemed like you were predisposed to hate Strange New Worlds because Discovery was so ass. And so the
True.
first season you gave Discovery an honest chance, and
It's
it just
true.
it failed us.
That's true.
And so you're just like, well, now I hate Star Trek until you do a better one,
Yeah.
which is awesome because you didn't give up on Star Trek. You're just like, I'm not going to give it the brain space I used to because no one's going to pay attention to this in the future.
Yeah, and like Discovery season 1 and 2, like I was like reviewing every episode. I was watching it multiple times. I was getting drunk and going on Facebook.
Dude, that was the best.
It was a whole. I think those videos got deleted because Facebook is doing their whole like reorganization shit. But I don't know. It's a whole
Every
thing.
once in a while, one will show up on my memories thing, and I click it, and it's live.
Yeah,
but it doesn't happen a lot.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Anyway. All right, guys, I gotta go deal with this fucking dog over here.
You
know what I mean?
Pleasure checking in with you about Star Trek, man.
And thank you for telling me Star Trek is airing tonight.
It's on tonight.
I had no idea.
Late tonight.
Well, sure, like 2 a.m. Whatever.
Catch it tomorrow, and you'll be.
So I'll watch it tomorrow. And
I guarantee you,
they're installing a generator tomorrow, so that should be a blast.
In your house?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because we've lost power, I shit you not, 15, 16 times in the last like calendar year, right?
No kidding, that's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Every time the fucking rain clouds go by, it's like, nope, no power. So science officer's father got really, really mad about that because now he's got grandbabies,
Yeah.
And he just bought it.
Well,
which was really awesome.
Yeah, that's
but without I didn't know what was happening. Like he just like scheduled it. He's just like, no, this is I'm like, all right, cool.
It's a gas generator, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that'll be very effective. He did you a solid.
Yeah.
At the very least, you won't lose your food, right?
Yeah. But yeah, they have to like come out and like get the gas line out here and like do all this stuff. And I'm like, all right, guys, I'll be over here reading about the Civil War.
You got a new book. That's awesome.
Don't mind me. Yeah, about the New Jersey 1st Cavalry Regiments.
Man, I thought of you when we went to Maine to visit cousins for the July 4th. And for Father's Day, I got 3 really cool books. And I took one to this trip, and it was great. The Secret History of Bigfoot. You would love it, man, because it's a guy who just got interested in Bigfoot and started like another kind of book about it. He was writing a screenplay with a buddy about like these loggers running across like a civilization of Bigfoot and their battle. And as they kept writing, he knew he was like, this is ass. And it's just because I'm regurgitating stuff people have told me about Bigfoot.
Right.
And so he's like, I got to go interview some of these Bigfoot enthusiasts. And he was completely like, this is all just nonsense, but it's background for this thing to make my screenplay better. And he wrote this book like, no, I learned so much stuff. You people need to know this. Like my screenplay was ass. Here, read this book. And so when somebody has like, that's the first like 3 chapters.
Yeah.
So it's super compelling because he takes you along in real time to like, this is just some fluffy bit of nonsense that I'm doing to becoming like a zealot. And it's awesome. And like I sort of believed in Bigfoot anyway now after this is like I want to go.
Give me that guy's name. I'll that sounds like a cool book.
I don't remember his name, but it's called the.
Yeah, I'm not gonna remember.
Dude, I'll just send it to you when I'm done. Like
there you go.
You're the cryptozoology guy. So yeah, I was a couple times in those first 3 chapters. I actually thought, oh, Price would approve of this. Like it's just the whole like I'm gonna go short of academic rigor.
Yeah,
he treats it 100% seriously because he's going to apply it to something else.
Right.
And then he realizes halfway through, it's like, oh no, what I wanted to apply it to was a fucking joke compared to this. And it's really cool and he's got a compelling story.
Nice. My aunt wrote a story about the skunk ape.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because she goes down in Florida, and she's so funny because it's just a short little story she was writing for the kids, right?
Oh,
But she's going around the state of Florida, like interviewing the state wildlife
oh,
people,
that's
and like
awesome.
there's like the Skunk Ape Museum. She's going to them, and she's like talking. Now you gotta understand, my aunt is like, she can be like this kind of, she comes across a little like ditzy and bubbly, so she's like this little old, like, like, hey everybody, I'm talking about the skunk ape, and she's like, now look, I'm not one of those weirdos who believes in this, but I'm writing a story, it's just I'm just picturing her in my head, like going up to like the state wildlife people, who I'm sure get the craziest people talking,
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, so I saw skunk ape
Right,
in
I smell the
23, yeah.
skunk ape.
Right,
Aptly
right.
named.
And oh man, but yeah, she had a blast doing it.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
awesome.
fully support people doing stuff like that.
I guarantee you, just as a guy who gets asked a lot of questions by the public, I will take enthusiastic people
Yeah,
like every time over the people that are like, I have to do this, or like,
right.
can you do my homework for me?
Yeah.
Get those a lot. Can you
That's
answer
one
these
of the things with,
questions?
especially with like actual academic stuff, like so many academics, they just get burnt out during the process. So
Yeah,
like by the time they get to their dissertation or their thesis, like they're writing about the subject they ostensibly want to write about,
yeah.
but they're all burnout assholes about it, right? Whereas like I intentionally was like, look, I'm not going to work on it if I feel like I'm burnt out, right? So you end up with a dissertation about NFL films in the 1960s,
Dun,
written
dun,
by a guy
dun.
who's like, "Man, this is awesome,"
Yeah, yeah.
So anyway, you can download it for free on the internet. It's out of protective protection now, so everyone can read it.
Which, yours or your aunt's?
No, the dissertation.
Ah, the
Yeah.
dissertation.
Yeah, I can get her to fucking put it on the internet. I don't know. She should sell that shit. That's what she should do. I've seen movies. I've seen the crap they put in movies.
I I love your like, oh man, she should just put that on the internet like fucking everybody else. But that's a ringing endorsement from you, right? Because you're all
Yeah,
bitter
absolutely.
about content. And you're like, oh,
Hell yeah.
you have to admit that even that is good enough to be on the internet.
Even that.
Anyway, nice
All
job.
right, man.
Odds.
I will talk to you guys laters.
Yeah, man. So if you hear a scream at like 3 a.m. your time, that's like me either loving or hating Star Trek.
It's just the masses revolting.
I'm gonna get up. I guarantee you, 2, 3, 4 to take a squirt, and I won't go back to bed. I will start watching Star
Yeah.
Trek on my phone like this.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. Thanks, man. Awesome to hang out. And thanks, Chris, for listening to our nonsense.
Thanks, Chris.
Glad he got out of the elevator.
I'm glad you're safe, and I'm sad you're not a Kryptonian, but I'm
Or
glad you're
Brandon
safe.
Rouse.
Thanks, Gus.
All right. End story.
All right, man.
Go room.